Hey man, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, I mean, I just decided I had to subscribe on my other podcast as well. So I don't have to keep switching back and forth just to hear your episodes. Yeah, love what you do. Love the podcast. You really helped me out like mentally with a lot of things. And I really appreciate that, and especially during times like this and the crazy times we're living in now. It's really just a breath of fresh air and joy to listen to you, and sadly, you're one of the very few positive voices out there now. It's not like in complete panic mode or anything else like that. So it's really great, and I really appreciate it.
Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
My friend, it may always be said that there are things we can control and things we cannot control. For instance, today it was raining. Still raining here in sunny California, where it supposedly never rains. But it was a downpour today, and so a choice could be made. A choice to stay inside, or a choice to go out. There are things we can control, and things we cannot control. But if we control what we control, then we may influence the things around us. And life itself starts to shift and move in our favor when we control the things we can control. So we cannot control the weather, but we can control our demeanor, our attitude towards the weather. Whether it is a sunny day or a rainy one, we can choose to say, I'm going out anyway. I'm going to make a difference, make a change. We may not control someone cutting us off on the road, but we can control how we respond. We may not control what happens to us, but we can control how we react. I may not be able to control all the things in my life, but I can control what I put into my body. If I control what I put into my body, and more importantly, what I do not put in my body, then there are certain things that may be said to fall into my control. I may be able to better control my mind with better focus, better thought, clarity. If my lower brain is not bogged down and blocked, if the energy channels in my body are not cut, this all can start at the table. Peace can begin on the plate. This is something I've been learning this year. Small lessons. What can you control in your life, my friend? Did you get a call from someone you hadn't spoken to in a while? Did you have an argument? Did something happen that was unexpected? Did it derail you? Has anything occurred that has concerned you? Reach into your mind, reach into your heart, find out, ask the question, what can I control right now? What is within my control? There are so many times where life can feel predetermined, cause and effect, always running, subconscious mind, continuously operating in the background. We do something and produce the fruit, but it already began at the root. How do we change? How do we control? Well, my friend, if you are listening to this, up until now, you are doing just that. You're allowing yourself a new wave of thought, a new wave of thinking, and that is within your control. For it's your choice. You don't have to listen to these words, but if you are, I believe they're meant for you. The mind is a garden. Our thoughts are the seeds. We can grow flowers or we can grow weeds. Cultivate your mind. Treasure it. Cherish it. Relish it. Give thanks for it. For it is a wonderful servant and yet a cruel master. 'Tis a sad thing to be controlled, trapped in our own mind. So always, if you can, respond in kind to life, to living, to giving. Always exercise anything that is within your realm of control. And you may find that the more you do this, the more life starts to blend seamlessly, the more luck starts to be a common occurrence, the more you understand nothing is by chance. And even if things seem out of control, all is in control when we understand that all is within. Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm podcast here in Sherman Oaks, California. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. I pray you received a kind message from this episode today, allowing you to think about what is in your control and what is not. It's really up to you to decide. But share this episode with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version just like you, and learning what they can control in life. Pay it forward so more can hear the message. If this is your first time finding the podcast, definitely subscribe if you are not already for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel compelled to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Supporting the podcast there is much appreciated, my friend. As always, have a wonderful and blessed day wherever you are, and take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.